Welcome to my review of Coyote vs. Acme. Unfortunately, due to legal reasons, I'm not legally allowed to tell you that I watched it. So hypothetically, if someone watched Coyote vs. Acme, here's what they might think. Let's get into it.
I'm Steve. Who are you? Hello there.
Coyote vs. Acme. Okay, you guys are probably surprised. Well, I did make a video earlier that I'm making this review now. I'm honestly a little scared to make this review because this is my first advanced screening I've gone to because the movie comes out Friday. I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm a little scared, even though the review embargo is lifted. I'm scared what I can say, and also will this being my first advanced movie make me biased towards it? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not going to say anything. So anyway, let's get into my review. Intro. Coyote vs. Acme, a movie that Warner Brothers spent millions of dollars making, finished, tested, and then said, yeah, no. Somehow, I got to see it. And in my theater, there was 8 people, which I'm kind of shocked about. I'm shocked that there was that many. The theater, that they didn't give it a small, maybe 8 seats. They gave it a big theater, and I saw it on a Sunday. I'm honestly shocked there was that many people because I didn't know about this advanced screening, and I'm shocked that other people did. So, that's kind of crazy to me, but it's probably gonna flop. Anyway, honestly, I'm really glad I saw it, and I'm gonna try to see it again. Even though it doesn't have the best rewatchability factor. Anyway. So after watching Coyote vs. Acme, I do understand why it ended up being shelved. Is it perfect? No movie is. But this one of the movies, I'm like, it's so fun. Should at least put it on streaming or something, because it's a really fun time. And it has a lot of heart, a lot of Looney Tunes. Also, I was thinking of not going to spoilers because I'm scared that I'm gonna get sued, because you know, it's I saw an advanced thing, but. There's not really a lot of spoilers in it. Literally, there's no spoiler there. LeBron James doesn't make a cameo. There's not a lot of cameos in it. The cameos are all Looney Tunes characters. So, anyway, there were a lot of explosions. A lot of Looney Tunes. I wanted more Looney Tunes insanity, but there's a lot of it. And I don't think I watched Looney Tunes as a kid. I saw the Space Jam movies, obviously. But if you ever watched Wile E. Coyote spend an entire cartoon trying to kill a roadrunner with his increasingly ridiculous Acme products, you probably already know what you're getting into. So, and I loved it. Anyway, let's get this. So that was the intro. Here's my review. One of my favorite things about this, it feel like, because literally it's that the Looney Tunes characters exist in the world. Like, they're all walking around, and everyone's just totally fine with it. Like, they live in the city. And I like that. Like, they work with the humans. There's a lot more Looney Tunes than I expected in it. Maybe because the trailer didn't have that many. But the movie's literally Coyote. It's Coyote, Wile E. Coyote's movie. And I feel like it made it more of a Looney Tunes universe than actual live action movie where Bugs Bunny just happens to walk through the background. Speaking of bugs, watch out, Doc. Actually, that was terrible. 1 second. Watch out, Doc. So I love Bugs. I was so happy when he was there. And I always say, "What's up, Doc?" around the house. And no, I'm not mouthing it. And that I played a clip. This is my actual voice. I'm really good at it, but I can only say that. But that coat he wears a trench coat. It is horrible. But I don't know what happened. Like, literally, who looked at Buds? He's like, he needs disguise. Let's give him a trench coat. It was horrible. Every time I saw it, I was thinking, like, take that thing off him, please. But whatever. Outside of that, I love the animation. Like, the animation was beautiful. For them. And then, obviously, as I said before, Wile E. Coyote is the main star of the movie. And the amount of times this guy gets blown up, I have a script I want to follow. In the script, I wrote, the amount of times this poor guy gets blown up is incredible. He's not a poor guy, literally, he wants to kill the Roadrunner, so, whatever. I did write something down that about the explosions. I don't know where it is though. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's later on. I'll save it then. So where was I? So honestly, I could have used more of. I said as I could have used more of the product stuff. Because because literally watching him get destroyed by Acme stuff was just so funny. And the first half of the movie felt really funny. The second slowed down, very, very courtroom drama-y, and then I think the third act picks up. I didn't hate the second half, but the first half made me laugh a lot. And then it just gets focused on like all the courtroom stuff. It's probably a little more boring for kids, but overall, I had a good time. Now, the cast. The cast was also one of the big surprises for me. There were multiple times I saw someone, I'm like, wait, I know that guy. I'm like, why did I know he was in the movie? Like Louis Guzman, who plays Gomez Adams. My love. That was terrible. In Wednesday. So I liked seeing him. Also, nothing against Louis, but he played a judge in it. That's not how a judge acts. Like, he's like, I could say whatever I want. He was like, I hated that. It looked like they were filming a movie. How stupid he acted as a judge, but whatever. And also Will Forte, I did not like. He didn't look like he was having fun in the movie. He was like, he didn't add in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. He was like talking like, yeah, call us. I know that's part of his character, but and then saw him like the advertisements. Yeah, I said that, and then he was not great. He just didn't have the best like. A very Madam Webby dialogue. And then we're going to go into, but overall, cast loved, and John Cena, stand out, loved him. And then next we're going to go into Tweety. Why is there a Tweety topic, you might ask? Okay, so there's something really funny that happened in Tweety. When we first heard him talking, he talks on the phone, I thought it was bugs. I'm like, because, as I said before, watch out, Doc. And I looked it up. I tweeted it up. I'm like, wait, why does it sound like bugs? So I looked it up, and literally, they're the same actor. I'm like, really? He couldn't just change his voice for how he wanted Tweety to sound, how he wanted Bugs to sound. I did not like that. Because I felt a little lazy. But that's just a small thing. But whatever. The little details. Okay, there's a couple of things I loved throughout the movie. One, there's this. No, not. I didn't love this, but we kept seeing this carrot farm advertisement on TV. I kept thinking, we saw it the first time, I'm like, okay. We saw it the second time, I'm like, okay, this obviously is going to get, resolved. But I don't know, my brain had put the pieces that's where we would see bugs. Minor spoilers. Who's watching my review, though? But I'm like, okay, that has to get resolved, and it did. And then there was a car action sequence. Okay. Whatever, I'll spoil it. Okay. There's these what's his name? Kevin, I think, the lawyer, played by Will Forte. He gets a car, and it gets blown up. He gets another car. It gets crushed by a rock. He gets a third car, and it gets blown up. When I kept seeing that, it kept reminding me of Total Dramarama, which I'm a fan of. I know, I'm very immature, but I love their comedy, and it was very Total Dramarama-y. But I'm like, and then there was the paint scene. I'm like, how does that work? But I'm not gonna. Okay. They get this paint, then they use it. It's very complicated. I'm like, how does that work? Like, cartoon logic didn't make it make sense. But I'm like, okay, Looney Tunes logic, sure, why not? That's part of the fun. Complaints. I do have some complaints, obviously. Biggest one is the pacing. It felt very, very slow. Like, I saw Spider-Man, A Brand New Day, opening night, and I saw End of Oak Street last week. Beautiful, beautiful pacing. But this movie felt very slow. And like I said earlier, the first half is much stronger than the second. And then the first half is like funny, crazy, and feels more like what I wanted from a movie called Coyote vs. Acme. Second half is enjoyable, slows down. The third picks back up a little bit. But I didn't think, well, Forte was great in it. He was not awful. And then there's some moments I was just, like, was not buying this performance. But whatever, I'm not going to complain about his. I'm sure he's a good actor. I don't think. Let's see if I've seen him in anything else. Will Forte movies. Have I seen him in anything else? I have to see. Oh, I saw him in Strays. I don't know he played in Strays. I did see Strays, the dog movie, the Lego movie. I don't know what he was in then. What he was in that movie. Lego Movie 2. And then I have to watch The Breadwinner. That looks really good. Let's see what he was in Lego Movie. I'm getting distracted. ADHD. Let's see. Let's go to Lego Movie. Isn't Will? I was about to say isn't he Batman? That's Will Arnett, not Will Forte. Who does Will Forte play? He plays Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so whatever. Anyway, and then there was another. So because this is a big case, because like the small lawyers suing like the biggest corporation in the world, there obviously there's news reporters covering it. And then how do they know where he lives? They follow him home, which also where he lives. I feel like he wouldn't legally be allowed to be a lawyer if he lived there. He lives in a motel for the past 5 years, he said so. But at the same time, this is a movie where literally a coyote could survive 47 explosions in one afternoon. So why should I be applying voice crack? I should be applying real world logic. Whatever. Final thoughts. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this, and I'm probably going to see it again, even though it doesn't have the biggest rewatchability factor. I'm probably just going to see it again. I wouldn't see it by myself again. I would see it with my family, just so I can get more butts in seats and see their reaction. I think the biggest. Oh, okay. I used a software to write the script a little bit. It says, I think the biggest thing I walked away from this movie thinking was this did not deserve to be shelved. It totally did. It's not going to make any money, but I think they should have put it somewhere. Is it one of the greatest movies ever made? No. Does it have problems? Definitely. Is it funny? Yes. Is it charming? Yes. Does it have a lot of Looney Tunes characters? Definitely. Does Wile E. Coyote get blown up in a reasonable amount of times? Yes. And honestly, that's enough for me. Love seeing these characters interact with the live-action world. I loved the animation. Loved how Looney Tunes characters actually felt like they belonged in the universe. And these are some, like, genuinely hilarious moments here. I just wish the movie stayed better in the second half. But I'm happy I got to see it, and I really hope people got to see this, and because if they don't, Warner Brothers is going to be like, yeah, we're going to shelve this movie, and this movie, and this movie, whatever. And then I'm going to give this movie an 8.9 out of 10. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys like that intro. I had give me some ideas for an intro, because I am terrible at thinking up intros. But anyway, that was my review of Coyote vs. Acme. Hope you guys see it on Thursday. I think, so there's advanced screenings all over the country at 1 o'clock. I think almost every theater. So hopefully you guys want to see it. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out. Beep, beep.